There is no heaven, there is no hell. There is only this world and its dark reflection. And we do not know in which of the two worlds we are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our show. This is Felix, and I'm Dr. Mark, and together we are the Coffee Club. And this time of year, I guess we're more like the Coffee Club party.
That's right. In 2 weeks, is it? I believe today is the 20th. 2 weeks would be 34th, would be the 3rd, would be tomorrow is November 4th.
Yes, it is. November 4th, Election Day.
And if you people read the blurb for today, do you believe that our elections are preordained? Or do you think that there's still a chance to get the nominee that you want elected to represent you?
Well, if history carries its course, 90% of the people who are in office are going to stay in office. And maybe 10% might change, or more, probably those are the ones that are retiring, leaving office for whatever reasons.
Well, you know, the prediction is, according to Nate Silver at 538, that only 14 to 15% of the American people are actually going to be voting, which is unfortunate because in an even-numbered year, every seat in Congress, in the House of Representatives, is fair game and up for election. And this year especially, there are quite a number of senatorial seats up for grabs. And could mean the future of Congress over at least the next, well, for at least the next 2 years, if not longer. So there's a lot riding on these elections, and most people just don't seem to care.
And that's what the Republicans are hoping for. If you're a Republican, things are going your way.
That's it. Status quo. They would be winners, and they're just sitting back because they expect the Democratic Party to implode on its own as far as the Senate is concerned, and that may lead to a Republican sweep and gaining control. Well, if not a sweep, gaining at least 4 or 5 seats in the Senate and thus giving them the majority rule.
If you listen to some of the people, you know, the right-wing radio hosts or conservative radio hosts, they hope the Democrats don't come out and vote like they usually don't. Because when they don't go out, when there's a lack of interest, because they're saying, well, they're not happy with Obama, what's going on or whatever, so they don't bother voting. But they don't realize, by not voting, they are voting for the Republicans.
That's it. They're casting a vote for the Republican Party. It's as simple as that. You know, and especially the minority vote. You know, it's always difficult to get the minority vote out in a non-election year, so to speak.
It is an election year. You mean
non-presidential election.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I mean, they come out every 4 years. You know, statistics will show Latino votes, African-American votes, very high, generally Democratic, okay? But in the off-election year, when it's just for Congress, they stay home, like it doesn't really matter. And, you know, the sad thing is that, as I used to tell my students, you know, because I really, you know, I would urge them to have their parents vote, because obviously they're too young to vote. But one thing I used to impress upon them is the importance of, you know, exercising their constitutional right, the right that many American young men and women have died for, so that they have the right to get out there and vote and have a voice in government.
Absolutely. And it's a shame. I mean, they're in Chicago. Every Democrat is rallying in Chicago because they want a Democratic governor there. And Bill Clinton has been there. Hillary Clinton has been there. Obama's been there. His wife, Michelle Obama, has been there. They're bombing the area, trying to get Democrats, trying to rile them up to come out and vote, because they know if all the lower middle class and poor people don't go out and vote, then the Republicans it'll be a Republican governor, and that's going to be like that in a lot of places. It's not that the Republicans are going to win; it's the Democrats are going to lose by not doing anything.
You're 100% right. There's no other way to put it. But a no vote is a vote for the Republican Party.
And if you're a Republican, go out and vote anyway.
Listen, we can't tell people how to vote. Yes, I am a Democrat. Yes, I am a progressive. Felix will tell you that he's generally a little bit to the center of my politics, okay, but still not really to the right, all right? Maybe in some things, but not in others. But the bottom line is, you have a right to voice an opinion. You have a right to be heard. So why sit home? Certainly, voting stations are open late enough in all states. Unfortunately, there are some problems with voter ID. Okay, I read on Facebook, one of the groups I belong to, the Boomer generation, because I was born in '48. One woman who I was surprised to hear this from said that, she doesn't see anything wrong with voter ID. But, when you think about senior citizens who no longer drive, okay, so they no longer have ID with a picture, this is what they're talking about. But she did say that in many states, they have set up voting stations where, if you get to a community center or something, they will even come and register you and take a picture.
They'll come to your house.
And they'll even come to your house.
Which is pretty fair.
What I think is really wrong is the fact that you have students who go to school in certain states but live in other states that have student ID cards that identify them as students over the age of 18 who should be able to vote. And, the powers that be are saying that's not good enough to have you cast a vote, an absentee ballot, or vote within your college campus, because they have booths set up in the college campuses too where you could vote.
And they say almost they have pre-voting, or what is it called, early voting?
Early voting, they call it.
And they say almost 50% of the people do early voting, which a lot of people don't like.
Well, it's not that anybody knows who you're voting for, because those votes aren't tallied until after Election Day. But many people who are going to be out of the country on vacation, who know ahead of time, many of our armed forces who are overseas, okay, they get to cast their ballot early. But, now if you are going to be out of the country, your vote may not count.
Well, like I said, they're saying 50% of the votes, almost 50% of the votes now are early voting. That's a lot. I'm not saying it's bad or good. I'm just saying that seems to be a lot. Republicans don't like it too much, or the conservatives, they don't like that because they say election day is for elections. Now Texas has really gone with a very tough law that they say this year at least 400,000 people, Hispanics, will not be able to vote because they can't get the place to get their IDs. I'm going to play a song now, Mark. No, I won't.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, but the song I want to play, I don't see. That's bad. So we're going to play sort of a song that this is the way the people should take their votes very seriously.
Is that the one I'm thinking of? Well, that's for later.
I don't know which one you think. Yeah, no, it's not the one you're thinking of.
Oh, we have a new one.
No, we have an old one. I'm just going to play something. If I can. I seem to have trouble these days. We have too many choices now loaded in here. And I don't really have the... you're supposed to really do is take them out every day and put them back. But I don't bother. Here's a good song. Get out there and vote.
We're not just going to shoot the bastard.